Interview and job search strategies. In this episode, I'd like to talk about the skills you learn while you work in the fast food industry. And of course, I have firsthand experience in this, so I think I can talk about it. A couple different things here. So, first of all, the face to face conversation. When you're able to read people's mannerisms, and you can look at, you can have instant feedback essentially when you have a face to face conversation with somebody. The other thing is time management. So, for instance, a lot of the fast food places, food service industry, rather, right? There's the customers taking the order, and you just have to pay attention. Okay, check on the food. Is it ready? The beverages. Just overall time management. You really learn that skill. The other thing is you get to manage expectations. For instance, you learn how to manage expectations. You go out and you learn that, okay, this is my job, this is my role, and the customer, this is the quality of service that I need to get for that tip, for that feedback, and you're managing expectations also for your management. If you're a cook, if you're a waiter, whatever role you have, your management's going to, if hopefully they do this, they're going to give you expectations. Say, this is how you win in your role. Basically, this is what success looks like in your role. The other thing is dealing with customer resolution. So you give the customer the wrong order. Hopefully you're going to check on that and say, oh, well, hey, customer didn't order that. Maybe they didn't ask for mayo. It has mayo on it, and so you're the front line. Obviously, it's not your fault, but if you're like the waiter or waitress, but you still have to deal with that customer. The other thing is teamwork. You learn how to get and work as a team. That's pretty critical there, and you learn how to rely on your team to do stuff. Basically, when you take the order, you rely on your cook, your chef, to complete the order properly because you're serving it. Hopefully it looks presentable to the customer. That's relying on your team, trusting your team. The other thing is you learn how to control your voice tone. You don't want to sound angry, like the customer's uh, getting mad or whatever. So some people's tendency is to like, well, just calm down. Just, just ease it in. Okay, no worries, Um, obviously attention to detail. So for instance, if you work at a food service industry and you're doing what is a drive through, and if every time I've seen this before actually, going to drive through myself, sometimes they don't put napkins in there for whatever reason, and just little things like that. So for instance, there's a standard whenever you go through the drive through, there's a standard. Whatever meal you get, you're going to have, say, ketchup. Probably most likely time you ask them if they want ketchup. That way you save costs. But most of the time you give them napkins, and you give them a certain amount of napkins. The other thing is you build credibility in your job. So you have some. I have some job experience. I have credibility in the food service industry. So, yeah. Well, thanks a lot for viewing this, listening to this podcast, and have a great day.
day.